Who is it? You saucy.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're most definitely welcome, and if you're a regular and individual who watches my channel each and every now and then, welcome back sis, welcome back to the Dolly's gang. Yes, I'm back again with another video. You know me. Anyway, so today we're not at home, obviously. I mean, like, even though I'm in Norway, I have a home here, and I also obviously was traveling this weekend. I took some time off from family as in my new family, so don't mind the background. This is temporary. Anyway, so today we are drinking our red wine. You know, I like a glass of Merlot every now and then. And the reason why I really love a glass of Merlot is because it makes me really talkative, so I tap into my creative mode much quicker than when I'm sober. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, I always have these crazy ideas in my head, but then I feel like I implement better when I've had a glass of wine or just a glass of champagne or something like that, you know. It's just a me thing. You would probably never understand, and you don't have to understand. Don't mind my wig today. It's looking very wiggity. I didn't have time to actually lay down. Like, I'm starting to hate got to be glue right now, and that's why I bought a 5x5 closure. It's because I wanted to have the luxury of actually being able to just like put my wig on and walk out of the house. But the only reason I put got to be on this one is because it's a very long wig, so it's heavy, so I'm afraid that it might like slide to the back and stuff. But then I'm not going anywhere today, so I'm not worried about that. Anyway, let's not ramble too much. Let's jump right into the video. So this video is nothing formal. I just want to like to sit down with you guys because I've had a lot of questions. Oh, just forgive me. Oh, I need to open the window a little bit. I hope there is not going to be a lot of noise because I am feeling so hot and it's snowing heavily outside. So I think they like set up the heaters to be like too much, and I'm wearing like a long sleeve and stuff, so I'm feeling very hot right now. I'm borderline about to sweat. Anyway, so I've had a lot of you guys asking me on my DMs, on my WhatsApp, everywhere. You've been commenting, how do I find a European guy? So I was like, you know what, I can actually make a short video about that, of how to find a European guy for yourself, because I feel like it's not rocket science. Even though like I might give you advice and you might take it and implement it, but if you're not meant to be with a European guy, you might not find him. However, I will try my best to help each and every one of you, because I know that you guys see me in Europe and then you're like, oh my gosh, I also want that. So this is the video that is gonna help you find that which you want, because I know that a lot of people have they are capable of living the lifestyle that I live. Not that I'm living a different lifestyle or like a luxury lifestyle or whatever. Like, my life is like pretty like basic and normal. However, like, I know that there's people that want to date out of the country, but they don't have the information of how to, the resources and stuff like that. You just see people dating and moving to Europe and you don't understand, okay, how did they meet this guy? How did it happen for them? I would also like this for myself, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there is absolutely nothing wrong with wanting something similar to what someone else has, and I will not gatekeep any information from you guys. I will not gatekeep, well, the industry, sort of, even though it's like not an industry, but it's like a thing that girlies on Instagram do. Like, they don't really tell you how they got there. They just come and like post on Instagram, and they post their man and their kids, and you just don't understand how it happened. And the bottom line is that they made an effort to make it happen. It didn't just happen. There's no white guy who's just gonna find you in the streets. Trust me, it doesn't work that way. I know that like it happens for people who are already living in Europe, because obviously the population is more, there's more white people than black people. But then chances are when you're South African, you have to put yourself in those spaces in order to be seen by these people and be wanted by these people. That's if they're really interested in you. And also you should be interested in them, because it's not like a one-way street. Do you get what I mean? Anyway, so let us start. I'm really excited, you guys, because I know like it's stuff that I've been keeping to myself for a while, and that is because I also got tips from a particular person who was dating the other race, and not just the other race, but they happen to be European. Okay, I'm so happy for her right now because things are looking really good for her at this point. Anyway, let me tell you, grab your drinks, grab your notebook and a pen, honey, because I'm about to put you on, you know. Anyway, so there are different ways on how to meet these guys. Like what I said in the beginning, it's highly unlikely that someone would approach you on the streets. However, if you go to certain places where these people go, you are most likely to meet them. I'm not saying this is gonna be like a sugar daddy or whatever. Like, we're just looking for, say you're just looking for an interracial relationship, let's put it that way, and you're looking specifically for a European guy or anyone from all over the world. You are tired of dating in Africa, okay? So I will tell you, because I live in Johannesburg, so I am aware of certain places where I can meet these type of people in Johannesburg. I can't speak of specific places in say KZN or Cape Town. Well, there are some places in Cape Town like Camps Bay, you know, but you are less likely to be approached in Camps Bay unless if you go to particular restaurants. But I'm not aware of any particular restaurant in Cape Town. Okay, so in Johannesburg, you guys, whew, grab your notebooks. I'm about to tell you this one, you are not expecting it, but places like Hyde Park are like the high-end areas of Johannesburg. So what you need to do is actually dress up and go to places like your Tasha's or any other fancy coffee shop early in the morning. It has to be early in the morning. Make sure that you go early in the morning, because they like having their coffee early in the morning, especially after their cycling sessions and stuff, because that's what they love to do. Another thing that you can do is to actually buy a bicycle and join cycling clubs. That way you get to mingle and meet different people who actually are into that lifestyle, because that is, well, let's be honest, that is an expensive sport and it's an expensive hobby. So it would be a good thing to meet those type of people who are like, let me say, rich or well off or living a comfortable life in most cases. Okay, and then another place that you could go is your Sandton, but I feel like in Sandton it depends on which part of Sandton you go to. I'm not fully aware, but I think like places like Morningside, not like your Sandton City. I feel like your Sandton City is overcrowded and most sophisticated people don't want to go there. I feel like it's like basic people that go to Sandton City. I'm sorry, but I feel like if you go to the Morningside area, it's much better, because that's where they live. So they go there easily for coffee, they go there easily for breakfast or lunch or dinner. You know, like, you should stop going to the places where everyone goes. And then Another place that I can highly recommend is Bedford View. You can actually go to Tasha's in Bedford View early in the morning. You will see, I've seen some girlies there like really dressed up and ready to meet someone of, you know, like someone. Yeah, so those are the type of places you can meet European people, because they are obviously in South Africa to explore at the time. You won't meet them throughout the course of the year. There are times where they actually come to South Africa. In summer, they are all in Europe. If you want to meet them, go to Europe. But then in winter, well, I'm talking about seasons in Europe right now. Like summer in Europe, they are in Europe. So they basically chase seasons. So in summer in Europe, they are in Europe. And then summer in Africa, they come to Africa. And when is summer in Africa? It's in December. And what happens in December? You guys pack up and leave Johannesburg. You go back to the Boondoes, you go back to Limpopo, you go back to KZN, you go back to wherever you came from, and you forget that it's time to finesse. It's time to meet the people that you want to be with, because they are on holiday. You need to understand that they are on holiday. So you should invest in going out to nice places like your Zook's. Zook's is like a very sophisticated restaurant where like rich people go, and I think also Saints, but then I feel like Saints is like full of well, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a baller who's gonna like pop champagne, you can go to places like Saint. But then yeah, guys, it's not really that complicated. All you can also do is go to, oh my gosh, there is this sky bar called Alto 234. Shit, guys, I almost forgot to tell you about this one. There is a sky bar called Alto 234 in Sandton. It's a sky bar. Go there, honey, go there. They are there, trust me, they are there. Okay, like those are the places that you should go to. Like, look for sophisticated small intimate restaurants, not a place with loud music, places where it's like a bar and people can like approach you. And when you get there, don't be on your phone. Like, if you sit like this, no one is gonna come and approach you, because they think you're already engaging with someone else. So they are looking for someone who is present in the moment. So even if you go to those places, just make sure that you have a balance between using your phone and actually looking around. Make eye contact. It's very important, because some men want you, but then they are shy to approach you just because you look a little bit unfriendly. So making eye contact, always making sure that you're smiling, you look good, you smell good. Guys, dress in a very elegant way. I know that we all love Mr. Price. But there's nothing wrong with Mr. Price. I dress at Mr. Price all the time, but I don't just shop at any Mr. Price. For me personally, I feel like there are different types of Mr. Price stores. There are Mr. Price stores that have like exclusive clothing that like literally runs out very quickly. For example, I shop in Greenstone Mr. Price, and I feel like they have pretty good fashion that is not all over the place, you know, like it's stuff that you can't find in all Mr. Price stores. So you should just always look for the exclusives when you go to Mr. Price, and then touch on your basic clothing from H&M. You can also go to Zara when they're having sales, because I feel like Zara does have good sales, and it's sales of good clothing. It's not just like clothing that they just want to get out of the door because it's out of fashion. And also you should also always buy basic clothing, like a basic white t-shirt and a basic pair of jeans and stuff like that. Like, it shouldn't be something hectic, something with too many patterns, because it's gonna look tacky at some point. And if you are fortunate enough to afford designer, make sure that you buy designers that are not too like loud and look, because if it's too loud then it can easily look cheap. And make sure that the handbags that you carry, they're a little bit more structured and not too big. You don't want to be carrying a Neverfull, honestly. No shade, no shade. I love a Neverfull, but I mean, it's kind of yeah. No comment. So apart from that, there are other places where you can meet these European men. And just never forget the season, okay? The season is very important, because that is when you will know to save money to make sure that you go to these nice places. Even if it's just to go and have coffee, guys, even if you just go and order like a basic salad, and if you order a basic salad, guys, you're gonna look like you care so much about your health, because most of those that race they care so much about people who care about their health, people who look healthy. You look like you have a balanced lifestyle, and also you don't look poor, because nobody wants to date a poor girl, like, because they're not looking for African charity cases. At the end of the day, they are looking for love, you know. And chances are there in South Africa to meet someone else who already met them somewhere. Maybe she was traveling and then they came to visit her or whatever. I'm not saying that they cheat, but then I mean, they're also human beings. They have their eyes open, so you never know, you might steal somebody's man over there. Which is okay, it's none of your business, as long as you never get to know about the other woman. What I just said is highly unlikely, because they tend to be very loyal. But if they are not loyal, you will see, man. You will see, the signs will be there. You won't have to dig deep. So the second thing that you can do in order to meet these guys, guess, I'm the queen of dating sites, of course. Dating sites can be your ticket to Europe. It can be your ticket to finding a nice European guy. I know that dating online is very unsafe these days, and it's not that easy, because I feel like people have normalized serial dating these days, and a lot of guys are doing that. The days where I used to be on dating sites, I would see a guy in this dating site, we would match in the other dating site, and then the other dating site, and then the other dating site. I'm seeing you all over. Yes, I understand that I'm also all over, because I'm also looking actively for someone to love. But these guys are actually going on dates every weekend. I don't understand, especially these rich guys, because they don't have money problems. They can afford to take a girl out every weekend, for Christ's sake. They don't care. This is a tricky one, because I don't necessarily want to talk about the one that I used specifically, because I feel like it's a gem. And if you want to know about this one, you're gonna need to pay me, Shem. I'm so, you're gonna need to pay me, because I know for a fact that you will find someone and you will eat. You're most likely to even find a rich guy. Do you get what I mean? So it will not come cheap. I've had a lot of people asking me about the whole Patreon business that I suggested earlier in my YouTube days. I'm still thinking about it, because I feel like I don't want people to be oversaturated in that particular dating app, because I still want my friends to eat. I still want my friends to find love. Maybe just wait for my whole circle to get married first. Maybe wait for me to get married first. I haven't found a husband yet. I may have a boyfriend now. He's not my fiance, he's not my husband, so that is something I want eventually in life. So wait for me to settle down and then I can just go and choose the best before you guys come in there and snatch everything, because I know y'all, some of y'all are not scared of one night stands, so you're just gonna snatch, and then you find that the nigga's gonna think, ish, I can't leave this girl, blah blah blah. You know what, I'm just a little bit jealous, okay? And that's okay. Anyway, the dating site that I wouldn't recommend for hopefully meeting a European guy is actually Tinder. I feel like Tinder is trash, it's crap, and Tinder always like matches you up with people around you. Yes, I've seen people like using that Tinder passport thing. I've never tried it. I don't think it would work, because people on Tinder in general all over the world have the same mentality. They're all looking to smash. So I don't think a guy from Tinder would actually make an effort to come to Africa to meet you, or fly you out to Europe to meet him, or whatever the case may be. Which I highly recommend that if you meet a guy from outside the country, rather have him fly in to see you a couple of times first before you actually go out of the country, because once you're out of the country, South Africa cannot protect you, and the country that you're in doesn't know you. So like, you are a stranger and no one can help you if you're in trouble or whatever. I think it's just going to be a difficult situation to put yourself in, which is very unnecessary. Another dating site that I wouldn't recommend for meeting internationals is Hinge. I'm so sorry, Hinge. I don't have that much experience in Hinge, but I realized that in South Africa it gives you like some it's like, it's painful to talk about. Like, it's not people that you want to date. Well, for me personally, because I was specifically looking for a particular I had a preference when I went on the dating site. I did not get suggestions of what I was specifically looking for, so that one is boo for me. But there are two dating sites that I would highly recommend, and those ones specifically match you with people from all over the world. However, I think I've mentioned that I also like Bumble. Bumble won't necessarily match you with people from all over the world, unless if they have traveled to South Africa, and you will just by chance match with them if they are on Bumble and active, you know, because some people come here to meet someone already, so that is the problem. Otherwise, another trick to actually matching with those people is going to rich areas and log into your dating site, match, and then leave. And then when you get home, you start chatting, and then you are gonna tell them what you were doing in their area, blah 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 blah, and that's how you guys matched, blah 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 blah. So basically, you go to Hyde Park, log into your Bumble, go to Sandton, log into your Bumble, go to Camps Bay, log into your Bumble, go to Mhlanga, go log into your dating site, because they are there. Bumble recommends people that are close to you and stuff like that. So then you guys are gonna make arrangements to go on a date and whatever. And before you go on your date, you need to prepare, you guys. Like, you need to at least buy a new outfit, because you do realize that when you buy a new outfit, you feel amazing, you feel great. You know that feeling of wearing a new outfit? You are at your most confident, and that confidence is gonna boost you to speak confidently during your date, because you're gonna be feeling yourself, honey. You're gonna be feeling like the prize that this man needs to take advantage of. Not advantage of, that sounds so wrong, but I mean like the prize that he needs to claim, or like he will feel like he wants to see you again. You know, you get what I mean. And also make sure that you smell good, you guys. You don't have to have a lot of money to smell good. I personally can't afford designer perfumes, so I just wear like random ass perfumes from Zara. I think they smell good. My favorite is actually Gardenia, and then I mix it with the orchid one. Oh my god, it's like heaven. I smell like heaven. And I've had a lot of comments. I'm not just saying that I smell good just because I think I smell good. I've had a lot of comments saying that, oh my gosh, you smell so good. And anyway, you can also do your research about like Zara perfumes that are literally dupes of high-end perfumes, you can also use that, because we all have like different tastes and stuff like that. Anyway, my camera reached its maximum recording time or whatever. This camera is so annoying. It is so annoying, but anyway, I still love it. Another trick that you can have in order to meet these European men is to actually save up money and go on vacation and, you know, meet these people. Go on vacation in places like Thailand and stuff, because they love going to Thailand. They love going to like different places like Mauritius or whatever, but I think Thailand could be the most cost efficient destination for an ordinary person, because traveling can be really expensive, but I feel like leaving the country to go to Thailand could be the cheapest vacation you could take internationally. You can also go to Mozambique, but I'm not sure if you're gonna meet like real gentlemen there, because I feel like some people, even in Thailand, I feel like you should be careful as well, because there are a lot of sex travelers and you don't want that. Some men literally travel to have sex with different women from different races, which is kind of weird. So you should be really careful about that. You should like get to know someone first before you guys like dig deep or jump into bed or do whatever the case may be. You should just always be careful, you guys, because people have different intentions out there. Some people like literally travel for a living because they work remotely, so they don't necessarily have to be in a certain place in order to work, so they literally have time to do whatever the fuck they want. So you should just basically always make sure that you know someone's intentions before you actually invest your time in that person, because you don't want to end up being dumped for absolutely no reason. I've seen a lot of girlies, I know a lot of girlies on Instagram that are like married in Europe and stuff like that, and one of them once told me that she was dating this guy, and I can tell you that most of us have been ghosted many times, many times. It's a very common thing that European people do, because they are there as, you know, people who are looking for a specific thing, which is something that they will never find. So they are okay. I think they're okay with that, because they've been living like that for a very long time, and you just don't want to put yourself in that type of environment, because I feel like most women are actually looking for someone who's going to be a life partner, who's gonna hopefully marry them at the end of the day. And the crazy thing is that we cannot avoid the fact that there's a lot of guys that go out to different countries and take advantage of women. So you just want to be careful when it comes to that. I think now I've spoken too much about how you can like meet them, where you can go and stuff like that. There's basically nothing more I can say besides the fact that I will not be mentioning the particular dating site that I used and my friends used. The truth of the matter is that we are most likely to go on dates with the same people, so we all know that, okay, if I say I went on a date with Palazzo to my friend and she's like, oh my gosh, I also went on a date with him, where did you meet him? I met him on Bumble. Oh yeah, she's like, I also met him on Bumble. Chances are that he's been on dates with different women of the same like area, same circle or whatever. Like it's a very common thing. And it's surprising sometimes when you get close to someone on Instagram and they tell you, oh my gosh, I was going through the most in 2013 when I went on a date with this particular guy, and you will be shocked because you literally just went on a date with this guy in 2021. And you will ask yourself, what is this guy still doing on dating site? You mean to say from 2013 to 2021 he still hasn't met the one? Clearly this guy has bad intentions, and that's how you get to see that certain guys have bad intentions and you should stay away from them. So basically what I'm trying to say is that you should also make friends with girls that are already in these type of relationships. I don't want to say like interracial or whatever. The girlies that are already dating European guys, you should make friends with them, because you never know, the guy that you think is gonna be the one for you she might have experience with him from the past, and she will tell you everything about this guy. And obviously you don't have to let go of the guy just because she said this and that and that and that, but I feel like it will help you make an informed decision and also be fully aware during the relationship, and you will see whether there's like reputation of patterns and stuff like that, because you don't want to waste your time. The truth of the matter is that most guys know within 6 months that they want to marry you, and if you're looking for marriage, you don't have time to waste. You don't have time to play around with a guy that is not serious, who's going to make empty promises or whatever, saying that, oh, I want to marry you, I want to this, I want to that, you know, like. So you shouldn't be ignorant of everything else that everyone has to say about particular guys, but also you should be careful because you want to get trafficked and all of that. Anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. I know you like this video, that's why you watched until this moment. Anyway, don't forget to comment something down below, even if it's a heart, you guys. Like, we just need the algorithm to push us a little bit, so I appreciate it so much when you guys comment, and I also engage, guys. I never ignore anyone unless if you like comment a really bad comment. Yeah, I normally, like, you know, interact with my people because I love you so much. I'm trying to make friends as well. So if I see that you have good intentions, yes, of course I will talk to you. If you talk to me on the DMs, and then I will follow back if I also like your profile and I feel like you have a good vibe that I want in my life, then yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's at Khanyisa_SAR. Thank you so much. I couldn't say this enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.